Hi everyone. So for the 495 class, we had to talk about a scenario where a parent says that they were spanked as a child and they turned out fine. What's wrong with spanking? If I was an educator, I would respond to this parent and to the parents as a whole that spanking is not necessarily bad, but it's not necessarily good either. Just because that you turned out fine as an adult doesn't mean that your child is going to turn out fine. You have to remember that each child is different and certain behaviors may affect the child differently. For example, if the child was constantly spanked, they might have depression, anxiety, or experience trauma early on. And the behavior, they might have rebellious behavior. And the reason why I know this is because I have witnessed a lot of children who have been spanked or or treated poorly by the caregivers, and their behaviors weren't acceptable. So instead of spanking, I feel that parents should do positive reinforcements. For example, give the child an option. If the child kept doing a bad behavior, you can take away the toys, take away the TV, don't let them have outside play, and you have to constantly keep doing this. It's not going to stop. The child's behavior is not going to stop in one day. You have to constantly remind the child that these behaviors are unacceptable. And when you start to see that the child's behaviors are changing, you can reward them with something. For example, give them extra playtime, give them extra TV time, or having going out to eat with them. And also, if you want your child to act a certain way, you should model these behaviors. For example, if you want your child to help you with the dishes, um, they have to see you doing the dishes as well, and you can ask them if they want to help, and also reward them with something. And spanking could be okay if you give them like one tap on the hand, and that's okay. But if you're spanking the child constantly, I feel that those methods are not going to help the child know what's right and what's wrong. And something that I do um, during my job, I am unfamiliar with at daycares you can't spank the child, so we put the child in timeout. And I feel like the timeout method actually works because a lot of children don't want to be in timeout. They rather play with their friends, rather play with toys. So if you feel that timeout is a better option than spanking, then by all means put the child in timeout and have them read a book in the corner, or have them count to 10, or take them away from the environment that's causing them to act a certain way. You can always do something positive to reinforce your child's behavior, and the outcomes will always be better than spanking, because, as an educator, parents should model positive behavior, and spanking can be used as a positive behavior just because it's easier and less time consuming. But for me, I feel that when you redirect the child's behavior into something positive, the outcomes would be more effective. You would see the child's improvement, and that's how I feel about spanking. All right, thank you.